So, last question. How do you think your childhood played a part in how you decipher
Oh
being
wow.
comfortable, uncomfortable, or experiencing discomfort?
So my childhood, I'm gonna say I didn't have a bad childhood. So
Mm-hmm.
of course we grew up together. I was always a happy kid, you know. I think just the main thing that I dealt with my childhood was bullying. I was bullied a lot. I was bullied a lot. Elementary, middle school, a couple years in high school. Shit, I feel like it was. I mean, it kind of got better like my senior year or whatever like that. But I mean, I feel like the bullying kind of played a part because I got comfortable with not sharing my feelings. Like bullying, like being like people don't understand. Like bullying really hurts. Like I was not that girl. I was flat chested. I'm talking about tall, lanky, skinny. Like, oh my God, you so ugly. Look at her teeth. People still talk about my teeth to this day, honey. Like, I mean, I just, like, so when you bullying and it's like every day you going to school and it's the same thing every day. You going to school, you trying to learn. Yeah, quit.
Right.
Like how do you learn from that? Like, and that's one thing that kind of hindered me in school, and I feel like I didn't put my full potential that I wanted to put through my education because I was having to constantly deal with being bullied all the time. I
Yeah.
was having constantly I was afraid to defend myself because I'm little. The people who are bullying me are bigger than me, so I'm like, shit. If I get into a fight with this person, hell, I'm gonna fucking lose. They're gonna beat my
Right.
ass. Like, especially when we in high school, boy.
Right.
No way. What? No way. And like, so I got comfortable with allowing people to run over me. I got comfortable because it was easy for me to not say nothing. It was easy
Mhm.
for me to back down. It was easy for me to just allow it to happen. It'll be over. Clack, the bell gonna ring. Once the bell ring, you can go to the bathroom and cry. You can go do whatever. Like, I got comfortable with hiding my feelings. I got comfortable with allowing people to just say whatever they wanted to say about me, not even realizing that probably they probably insecure within themselves. So that's why they picking on me. But of course, we in school, we kids. Like, I didn't have no. I wish that I had the type of resources that I had when I was in high school, because I feel like I would have been so much better. I would have been so, and I had my family. "Oh, you need to stick up for yourself. Don't be letting them talk to you like that. You beat her ass." But my friend, you need to beat her ass. But I'm like, but that's not me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing about me that I love about my journey, and that's what a lot of people tell me that all the time. They like, "Quinn, you never let that shit change you though." They was like, "Quinn, you still that same girl," and they right. But what they don't know is that, like, the bullying, like getting called ugly, skinny, flat chested, like it hindered me, and
Yeah.
and that is really what haunted me a lot of my life, because the fact that I allowed people to bully me, the fact that I was being a pushover, I was not taking up for myself, defending myself. As I got older, it started spilling over in other aspects of my life. I
Mm.
started dealing with men who ain't really care about me like that. I ended up being in a domestic violence situation. Like, I ended up getting used by people because of this shit that happened in high school. And it ain't nothing from my family. This is bullying.
Right.
This is bullying. Like, this is me getting, I'm scared. I'm afraid. And I was always afraid to speak up. I was always afraid to speak up. But it got to a point where, as I got older, like, I had my mental health episode, and it was just a lot of shit that I had started going through. I said, man, I'm finna start speaking my mind. Bump this.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, I don't, and I still think about it to this day. I allowed people for so long. I allowed people to just take over me, to just say what they wanted to say, to run over me, to use me, abuse me. Like, I allowed it. Me. So I can't blame, and I'm not the one to place blame. I'm not gonna blame them. I blame myself because I allowed it. I allowed it. Not only did I allow it, I allowed it to continue to happen.
Yes.
So I still have to place the blame on me. But at the same time, like I said, it
And
never
so
changed.
let me say this so that it doesn't become, because I think our relationship sometimes with blame is different than what it is. I think it's a thing of shifting the narrative is understanding you're taking responsibility for you and yourself and that
Mm-hmm.
accountability. So yes, we can still say it's blame, but just changing that word and changing the relationship with it is, I think it, when we say blame, it makes us feel bad. We feel like we should feel bad. But when we talk about taking responsibility or accountability for ourselves, it's like, no, it's okay. Like, because yes, I let that happen because I didn't know. So it's also giving yourself that space and that grace enough to know it's like, I'm still learning too.
Mm-hmm.
Just as much as everybody else, but I have to be kind to myself as well to know that I'm not gonna really blame myself. I'll take responsibility for my actions, but I'm not gonna blame myself for doing something or allowing something that I didn't know. Um,
Well, that's true.
Shameless plug. I have a
Right.
song on my new album, "The Journey Continues Healing." It's called "All About Me," and this is another topic that I've talked about on Pep Talks before. But "All About Me" is basically everything you just described. Where a lot of times when we hear "all about me," it's, forget everybody. I'm gonna make it all about me. I'm gonna do me. Da 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 da. But on the other side of that, you have to begin to realize why you're now making it about you, because you did allow certain things to happen. So now you got to do the inner work of saying, well, why did I let this happen? I let them use me because thought I was a giver, but really, maybe my giving was the way that it fed my ego to make me feel good because it made me feel better or it made them like me. So just because they liked me, I continued to give. Just because, so it just causes you to think about those deeper things on that. But I always say that "all about me" statement is a loaded statement because there's two sides to it. Yes, make it about you, but there's also a moment where you have to begin to dig deeper to realize why those things are happening the way that they were and the way that they are. But again, that's all accountability and
Right.
responsibility. So,
Right.
but yeah, just wanted to throw that in there.
But
um,
it's like people, I just want people to like see like it's better on the other side. It gets better. Like it gets better. Like,
yes.
and I'm just glad that honestly, like I'm just because I do see that a lot of children are starting to commit suicide. And I'm just glad that in high school or middle school that I did not have those type of thoughts. Like, I was hurt, I was sad, I felt like people didn't like me and stuff like that, but I never had thought about taking my own life
Yeah.
until I had got older because it had just kept going on and on and on and on. I wasn't doing nothing about it. So, yeah.
And it is, and it's rough as a kid. Again, I remember my first experience was 12, and I think that was just the first time I had actually began to actually put words to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a thing of, again, when you think about not having the space to talk about it, when you don't understand it, and parental figures or other people who are around you also don't know what it is or
Mm-hmm.
disregard what it is you feel, again, that's kind of where the mind goes, because what else is it? It's just like, well, I don't know what this is. I'm feeling this pain and this agony and this
Right.
internal turmoil that I cannot explain or describe. So and that's the other reason why I decided to become a coach in the first place. Mental health and suicide prevention is my main focus.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to provide that because it is something that's needed
Very.
in children, LGBT children, who it's really not even a category. It's just to whoever, because it is something that just knowing that struggle of not being able to talk out your feelings.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I just want everybody to start addressing their mental health, to understand their mental health,
We got to.
and fight for their mental health.
Yes, like fight, please. If you
Yes.
watching this and you feel like don't nobody love you, you feel like you just feel like you about to fall off the face of the earth, just fight. Like just remember you got yourself. Like, and the road to healing is lonely. Like it's very lonely when you are on a journey to trying to heal yourself and heal yourself properly. Like you trying to heal yourself, because at during my point in healing, in my journey, I was like, I gotta heal myself because I know that I want to love somebody again.
Right.
But in order for us to love somebody, we gotta heal ourselves too. We gotta heal from that trauma. We gotta know that that trauma is not going to be our destination today. Like,
Right.
and that's what I'm learning. Like I'm trying. Like it's an everyday process. Like it is. Like
Absolutely.
it is an everyday journey. The work does not end. You're gonna have good days, and hell yeah, you're gonna have bad days. I done had about 3-4 days where I laid in the bed straight. I didn't do nothing. Laid just in the bed. Like we done all been there. Like and I just want Black women to really just speak about mental health too, because I'm just so tired of Black men trying to destroy us. They claim that they love us, but sometimes they do. And I'm not saying it all Black men, okay? Let me just rephrase that. Because there's some Black men out here who do love Black women, and I appreciate y'all as well. But it's also men out here who are bashing Black women. Like I seen a man on Facebook earlier today, just, oh yeah, I would never date an older Black woman with kids. Okay, well, as an older Black woman with kids, we don't want you. You get what I'm saying now? Like, come on. Like, it's just crazy. But this is like, I just want people to see this. Like, I want people to see me still happy, smiling, chippery. You know, the journey is not perfect. I'm not perfect. You not perfect. The world ain't perfect.
Yeah.
But mental health is real. It's around us. It's something that they call it the silent killer, because it is.
Right.
You can somebody will be all right today and they can be gone tomorrow, and we don't even know.
Right.
That's how fast it works, you know. So just I want to just share a couple of my coping tips. Like a lot of my coping mechanisms, they've been helping, and I'm trying to really get some new ones. Like I need to start back working out. That's what I need to start back doing. I'm trying, but baby, I don't have no motivation. Like I need to work out. Like I gotta, and it's a free gym at my job. I'm like, man.
Oh, see,
okay,
free is the motivation. Free.
Right. That's the motivation right there. Like, but and that's the motive. Like one of my favorite coping mechanisms though is driving. Like I just love to get in my car, turn my music up loud, baby. It just be dry. I love it. That is like, that is like my number one coping tip right there. Number two, I would say I like to cook. So when I get really in my little depressed vibe, I like to cook. I like to eat. I love my Netflix. Like I sit in the bed out there and watch Netflix. I call one of my friends, you know. But I wanna develop some new ones. I know my therapist, she told me to get a pen and paper, which I still need to do it, and write what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with. Because she was like, you know, you need to go ahead and establish and see what you're comfortable with, and see what you're not uncomfortable with. Because again, we got to move away from these comforts. Like what makes me comfortable, what makes me uncomfortable, because what's making me comfortable is probably not always good for me.
Right.
So it's hard. Like I said, it's hard. Like it's really hard. Like and having a good support system does help. And of course, I know everybody out there does not have a support system, but this is why we're doing this. This is why we're doing this. This is why we're putting this out for somebody who feel like they can't speak to somebody. Well, let me go on YouTube and search for something for mental health, and let me just see, like, because I'm definitely going to be sharing this on my page. Like anybody who's hurting, you feel like you just feel like you ain't about to go on, please fight for me, Trail, because we love you. Absolutely. One thing I always try to tell people is that I always try to say you are important, you are loved, your life does matter, and you need to continue to fight. Those are the 4 things that I try to stick with. And now I know you've been wanting to wait. I want to discuss mind your mental. So that's why I wanted to come up with Mind Your Mental, because I, just like you are providing a safe and comfortable space with people, like I want to do the same thing. Like
Right.
I want to, I feel like it's very important, as of course Black men and Black women, to create platforms to where we can speak to everybody. And I'm not saying that this is just for Black people, but like everybody, because mental health does affect everybody, but mental health is very, very more present in the Black community, because it's just there, like, but that's why I wanted to put together Mind Your Mental. I have some things coming into play. I am just, like I said, I just moved, so I'm still getting adjusted to relocating and stuff. But I am definitely working on trying to get my mental health, my Mind Your Mental platform up and running. Because I definitely done had a few people that hit me like, yeah, when you get up and running, definitely I'll be a host, I'll be a guest. So
Yeah.
I definitely have people who are definitely supporting it already, but I just want to take my time and get it together, because I really want to launch it, and I want to keep it launched. Like I want to
Right.
keep it going, like, and I want to I just want to keep being here for people, like, because again, I'm not alone. And that's one thing that I had to realize myself too, that I'm never alone. We're not alone. Like,
Right.
it's millions of us out here who are suffering from this crazy, crazy illness, and it's killing people every day. Like, I seen that story. Did you see that story about that Southern cheerleader? That girl from Southern University, the freshman?
It was like a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
She left like a long Facebook post.
I think I did see it.
And I guess nobody found her in time, and she ended up, killing herself. Like, and after that happened, like, I was on Twitter and I seen another guy. I forgot what university he was at, but he wrote a whole long post too. Luckily, they found him. Like,
Right.
so it's just like mental health is very real, and this pandemic is not making things no better. Like,
Yeah.
people, and my job, I work in collections, so I'm talking to people who, listen. I'm telling. Sometimes I have emotional days at work, because this pandemic is. I'm working with people who have businesses. They done lost their businesses. Some
Wow.
people I speak with have lost everything, and it made me sit and think like, wow. And I think my problems are crazy. Like, I can only imagine, and that's the one thing that I think about with my customers is their mental health. Like, I can only imagine what they're going through mentally.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that's the you summed it up. I think it's the thing of one thing that teaches us is grace and compassion. Is
yeah,
again, as crazy as the world is, you're not the only one that has issues or things going on in life.
that's why I gotta be nice to
Problems.
people.
So it's a thing to, yeah, always be nice. So I think that'll be our closing statement of just remembering to be nice, to be
Yes,
kind, to check
please.
in.
Yes.
Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child had a book called Checking In,
Mm.
um, and how getting real about depression saved her life is the title. But I like that phrase of checking in as well. So with that, even to talk about thinking about the people who have made those posts, check in on your people.
Please.
Check in on your strong friends. They don't want to be
Please.
strong. We don't want to
Yes.
be strong all the time.
Right.
We need that space in those times for vulnerability, but check in. See what's really going on. One of the things I send with my family a lot of times, I'll send a group text and I'll say, "How are you?" in all caps.
Mm-hmm.
To say, I'm not just asking about your day. I'm not just asking about what you think I want to hear, but how are you? Like, how are you today? Like, not, because a lot of times I'm good. No, take a minute, pause and sit in that, and then tell me
Right.
how
Yeah.
you are.
Really tell you. Yep. And
Yeah.
and and I agree with that. Like, I check in with my people. Like, I do. My people calling me like, like, my people don't play now. And I can say that everything I have went through what I went through. Like, my family has been amazing. Like, my
That's
family has been amazing. My friends have been amazing. I want to shout out my best friend, Lisa Turner. Oh my God, that's my baby, y'all. I love Lisa. I love my best friend Shyla. I love my best friend Brittany. Like, I have a man, but I'm not gonna go into detail about that. Shout out to him, because gotta keep certain shit private, but I am not gonna keep it a secret. I am in a relationship, but you
There you
know,
go.
just gotta keep things private. But I am just thankful for this. I'm thankful for you and
Thank
allowing
you.
me to have this opportunity to, come on your platform and share my story and, hopefully, get people's attention to let people know that they are not alone. I'm just thankful for my journey. Like I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it all, and I'm ready to see what God has in store for me for my future.
Absolutely. Well, you are welcome. I thank you for being a part and coming on and sharing your story. You were literally one of the first people to respond, like, yes, let
I
me on
sure will,
there.
and I will. No.
So I'm super, super duper thankful
Yes, of
just to
course.
be able to get it going for sure. So thank you for your time.
Of
Thank
course.
you to my support as well. Thank you to the PP Plan team and those who are helping me work on this in the background and just getting things together. So I'm truly, truly thankful for it. As you said, support groups. It's a wonderful thing.
Yes. Very
So as the closer, you can follow me. My music stuff is at DaiTrell on Instagram, all streaming platforms and social media as well, or the PEP Plan on Instagram for more coaching stuff. And let me, because I
Ooh, I got lip gloss on.
had to change your name. You
There.
can follow Quinn. Tell them more about your platforms and where they can
Oh,
follow you.
okay. So you can hit me up on Instagram. You could just type in Quinn with two N's, or you can type in Quintila. Hopefully I'm gonna have some modeling content coming soon, but you can definitely check out the content that I got on there now because it is gorgeous. So definitely follow me. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where you feel like you can't talk to anybody, my inbox is always open. I don't get, and my name is Quinn Taylor on Facebook. So I don't get me wrong, I have people who do hit me up, speaking about their mental health in my inbox. So my inbox is always open if you need to vent about your mental health. If you feel like you have no one to talk to, Instagram, Facebook, just hit me or follow me.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching and being a part. And make sure you leave some comments and share this with somebody today. That if it's something that you need, hopefully something that someone will need as well. So make sure you share. And until next time, much love and peace.
Thank you, lover.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.